Greetings from the beautiful island of St. Lucia.
Hi.
Cassandra thought it would be a good idea to do an update video to our flooded cabin.
Yes. So, as he said, I'm Cassandra.
And I'm Jim.
And we're cruising through casinos. So, we're on the 12-day Carnival Conquest. And day one was an adventure. And
Day one was fun. Day one was drinking and eating and laughing and pretty fun until we came back to our cabin.
Yes. And actually we approached the hall. So we were on deck 6 in room 6241. And as we approach the hall, we see people just basically with vacuums, and they're vacuuming the hallway, and we tell them our cabin number. They say, oh, okay, you're gonna have to go around and go down the other hallway to get to the back side and come up. So we do that, and we are watching, and I say to Jim, I'm like, honey, that's near our cabin. And as we approach, I believe it was 6237. The door was open, and we see them vacuuming up water. And we're like, oh no, that sucks. Thinking maybe it's just the one cabin. Well, they were vacuuming the hallways, and all of a sudden we open up our door, and we have 3 inches of water.
Well, just to be clear, when we opened up the door, the carpet was just wet. But as you got into the room, at the back of the room, there was absolutely 3 inches of water. My feet were completely soaked in the room. Yeah, not fun.
We're lucky that it was 3 inches of clean water. Like I said, we have updates about that, but they didn't know that our room was flooded. We had our snooze card on, and so they didn't check the rooms if you have your snooze card on. So basically, as guests were returning to their cabins and discovering that their cabins were flooded or damaged, that's when they were relocating guests. So we were lucky. Within about an hour, we had a new cabin, and we have an upgraded cabin. It's an older.
We have an ocean view.
We have an ocean view, so that's nice that we have a bigger cabin.
Which, to be clear and to full transparency, I love the interior cabins because I love the cave. I sleep like a baby, not complaining about the ocean view. And real quick shout out to the people who helped us. Carnival Conquest, great job. The people, they were fantastic. The hotel manager was there right at our room that night. You could tell the look of fear in his face was actually kind of funny looking back on it, but he was like, yeah. And but shout out to those people who helped us. They did a great job.
Yeah, the hotel manager was woken out of bed. He was not in uniform. Actually, it turns out he had helped us earlier in the day, and we didn't realize who he was. But he came down, he said, I apologize for my attire. I was informed of the situation, and he made sure to expedite us to a new cabin. Like I said, as guests were discovering their cabins were flooded, that's when they were handling, and they didn't know how many cabins were affected. They were just finding out as it was happening. So yeah, the thing with going to the ocean view, I will admit, like, this cabin, it's warmer than the interior cabin, so just dealing with the heat, but they say it's normal. So pros and cons, I do like the bigger room. So again, you got to make the best of the situation. They handled it very quickly and efficiently.
And actually we got lucky too, because I loaded the luggage onto a cart.
Yes.
They took us straight to a new cabin from deck 6 to deck 1. Later on, we found out there was people who had to sleep in the lobby, like got pillows and were sleeping on the couches in the lobby, waiting until 5 o'clock in the morning to get a room. So
yes, that's where
we were fortunate. And it does help to be nice to people. Mm-hmm. So we were very nice to the people who helped us because they were fantastic. But being an asshole to people does not get you anywhere.
Yeah, that's where I say we were lucky that we had a new cabin within an hour. People were sleeping in the lobby up until apparently 5 a.m. There were situations of guests apparently yelling and screaming at guest services. And
which doesn't help.
No.
What did we get, by the way?
So actually, the next day, the guest services manager gave us a phone call. And I told him, I said, well, my boyfriend and I, we really want to talk to you in person. So actually, they wound up giving us $100 onboard credit for the inconvenience. And we had a very nice conversation with him. His name was Juan. He was super, super nice. And he said, this is what we can do for you in this situation. And, again, our situation compared to others, what we heard in the line waiting to talk to Juan was really kind of just, it's amazing, like, the damage that was happening. So we had 3 inches of water. Other people were reporting that, like, now mind you, at this time, it's clean water that all this is happening. Apparently one gentleman had water shooting out of his toilet. Another woman had water dripping from her ceiling. And then another woman had water coming from the walls to where it got into the closets and all her clothes were wet. Those were some of the stories we heard. Also, apparently it wasn't just deck 6. Apparently deck 7 was having issues. Deck 8, one woman said that anytime you would enter, I guess her party had multiple cabins. So when you would go into their cabins, and this is all on day 1, by the way. When you would go into the cabins on deck 8, they all smelled like cigarette smoke. And this was multiple cabins. And then randomly, somebody just defecated in the middle of deck 7 during all this that's happening. They just couldn't make it to the bathroom, just decided to do it in the hallway. Now, that wasn't Carnival's fault, obviously, but still, like, to add on top of it, there was just so many issues on day 1.
But, yeah, a lot of people were asking what happened, so we thought we'd do an update video. If you got any more questions, put it in the comments.
Yes.
But, yeah, overall, we're happy. And this boat is scheduled to go to dry dock in February. It got pushed back, so it's going to go February of 26. And I guess they're going to fix everything then. Until then, I guess they're just putting Band-Aids on everything. But,
yeah. So actually, sorry, one more update. So now we're in St. Lucia, so this is technically day 5 of the cruise. I did speak to a woman last night who is still on day 6, and I was like, oh, we're one of the guests who's relocated from the pipe bursting on deck 6. And she's like, oh, you guys were the middle cabins. And she said, my husband and I actually, their toilet stopped working on deck 6, so they have to go down to deck 5 anytime they want to use the restrooms. And then she also said somebody else had sewage now coming out of, like, are having sewage issues, and she's also saying that part of deck 6 smells like sewage in the hallway. So apparently it got worse. So Carnival might want to reconsider dry docking sooner rather than later, hopefully.
But our channel is not about Poop Cruise 2.0.
No.
It's about casinos and how to get free cruises through casinos, cruising through casinos. But yeah, tune in. Do us a favor. Do us a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button. Smash that like button. Make a comment below. We're a brand new channel. We could use all the subscribers we can get, and we have a lot of great stuff coming for you. We got 4 more ports, and it's another week, and you're going to see some great casino content coming. And we have already got some great information to share with you guys. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next video.
Yeah. So actually, on that note, our channel's not only just cruising through casinos, as in cruising through casinos offers. It's actually a more comprehensive tour or cruise through the casinos that are aboard the ship.
Yes. Really, we'll have our official first video coming out soon, so you can find out actually who we are, why we consider ourselves expert in this area. Yes.
But thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you soon. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye for now.